Hey YouTube, SlingBlade98 here. I didn't really think I needed to make a video on TNA Live Impact because my channel a while ago experienced an overflow of TV episode reviews. So I just decided to make one because I've been hearing stuff from guys whose opinions I normally respect that TNA Live Impact sucked. Now, I'm not saying it was the best episode of Impact of the year, but come on, it didn't suck. It was pretty good, actually. There was, like, at least 3 matches that I'd give over 3 stars. There was Johnny Devine versus Alex Shelley. True, the camera angles throughout the night kind of sucked, but this match was amazing. About 10 minutes of really good X Division action. I agree with ECW Hardcore. It was kind of weird since Alex Shelley already had a match, but I don't know if it's just because I was watching this from the standpoint of a fan, not as a critic, but this was a pretty good match in my eyes. Great double underhook lifting pile driver at the end. I would give this 3.5, 3 3/4 stars. Somewhere in the 3-star range, but this was a very good match, so I don't know why everyone's kind of saying this episode was so bad. I think that the Live Impact kind of brings a certain flair to the episode. I think they do need to work on their camera angles because, yes, they did mess up a lot throughout the night. There was quite a bit of botched camera angles where you would miss moves, but I think if they could fix that up, then it would be great to have every episode live because it adds an unpredictability to the episode, and it kind of makes you feel like you're more of a part of it because it's happening just as you're watching it. So it kind of makes you have this feeling like you're part of the crowd. So that wasn't the only good match. No, I also agree with ECW Hardcore when he said it was kind of stupid of them to give away part of their X Division, or not X Division, to give away part of their Lockdown main event match on free TV. But I actually enjoyed this a lot. It's nice to see Sting back, and he didn't really have much ring rust. Great match, decent run time. I'd give this about 3 stars. I enjoyed it, and I thought that Booker T versus Robert Roode thing wasn't so bad either. I mean, I wish it was a last man standing match instead of a first blade match because I knew Robert Roode would fuck up the blade job like he said he would, but still, this wasn't that bad. I mean, it was like maybe probably a 2.5-star match. The brawl at the opening was okay. I mean, it was exciting in my opinion, but really, I think this episode had a fair amount of crap. Obviously, I hate, if you've seen any of my videos on TNA from about a month or 2 ago, you know I hate TNA's giving their good guys bad gimmicks such as Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal, but it did have its bad stuff. Karen Angle backstage, that stupid waste of time promo with SoCal Val and Black Machismo and Sanjay Dutt, but really it wasn't as bad as people are saying it was. I think it was an enjoyable episode of Impact at a lot of parts, and it had its messed up parts, but what TV show doesn't, frankly? What wrestling TV show is perfect these days? It's not. Even a really good episode of like Raw or something, you're still going to see parts of like stupid storylines such as Hornswoggle or some crap, or maybe an overplayed video package. But you kind of got to take the good with the bad, otherwise you're not going to be able to enjoy any shows that are on TV anymore. And if you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. Go watch the Japanese wrestling, watch ROH. But if you are just a fan of the mainstream, you have to take the good with the bad. So, I know it sucks, and I wish you didn't have to, but pretty much that's like the only way to watch wrestling on a weekly basis unless there's like pay-per-views you're watching. So really, I think this episode of Impact was probably overall rating. I'd give it 2 3/4 stars, maybe 3 stars. Enjoyable episode of Impact. I don't know why everyone's whining and bitching that it sucked so badly. I agree, botched camera angles do kind of take away from the match if you can't see parts of the moves and stuff, but really it doesn't make the episode so bad it's funny, so I really disagree with his opinion on that. I think ECW Hardcore is a little bit too harsh on this, and he didn't acknowledge some of the good stuff. Like he would talk about the main event being bad booking, but he wouldn't acknowledge that it was actually a pretty good match. A lot of the guys are old; they might mess up a cell, but you kind of can't expect to see that, especially someone who's been watching wrestling so long. Anyways, I'm not trying to attack anybody, and you're all entitled to your opinions. I can't change them. I'm just saying I don't think this episode of Impact was as bad as people are saying it is. So leave your thoughts, maybe make a video response or just comment. Make sure to rate and stuff, and subscribe if you want. Slingblade98 out. Have a nice day, everybody.